In this video, I'm going to go over some of the new and improved features of Windows 10. First thing I want to show you is one of my favorite things, and it's the Virtual Desktop and App Switcher. Now, I have a browser up on my screen here so that I can demonstrate this a little better. But you see this thing down here on the left that says Task View? If you click on that, it brings up the different tasks you have running here. And then you can switch between them by clicking on things, and you can move them back and forth. Over on the right here, I have New Desktop. So if I click on that, I now have a new desktop that I can do things on. So if I just click in here, now I can open something else up in here. It doesn't matter what it is. I'll open this, and I'll open Microsoft Edge. Now what this allows you to do is have different workspaces open for different tasks without having to interrupt any of your other tasks. So if you are doing work on one side and maybe you're doing some Facebooking on the other side or whatever it is, you can have them in totally separate windows. If I go down to the task viewer again, okay, so you'll see I have desktop 1 and desktop 2 here. So I can switch back and forth between the desktops, and I can pull apps from one to another. So say I want to go and take this browser over to desktop 2. I can grab it and then pull it over and drop it in desktop 2. And now in desktop 2, I have the 3. You can't see it, it's behind here, but here it is. Okay, so that's really a cool thing. You have different workspaces that you can use, and you can move things back and forth between all the workspaces. Now there are some limitations to it. You can't open the same app or program in two different desktops, or it'll just switch it to that other desktop. That's something that is different from most virtual desktops. However, that's just how it works here. So if I were to open File Explorer in another desktop, it would just bring this one across into the other desktop. It doesn't open two instances of anything in different desktops. So that would prevent you, for instance, from having two instances of Microsoft Edge or two instances of Firefox open on two different virtual desktops. Anyway, it's still a great feature, and I really like to use it, and I do use it quite a bit. Now, the next thing I want to talk about briefly is the Microsoft Store. Now, if you've used Windows 8, then you already know about it. If you're from Windows 7 upgrading, you'll see this down here, the store. And this brings up the Microsoft Store, the Windows Store. So if you have a smartphone or a tablet, you already know about installing apps, whether it's Windows or iOS or Android, BlackBerry. They all install apps, and this is similar to that. Of course, all the stores are different, but it's the same idea. You can go in here and search for your favorite apps, and then you can just download them and install them. Okay, so you can go through this and find what you need. I think it's all by categories here and features. And they have a search bar up here. So it's really simple to install them. For instance, let's just go ahead and install the Netflix app. So just click on it. So here you see what the price will be. Of course, free means just that. There may be a charge for some of them. And if there are, you need to have a payment method in your Microsoft account. And then once you get in here, it's downloading, and then you can read what people think about the app down here. You've seen all that before if you have a smartphone or tablet. So once this is downloaded, I'll be able to use it on my computer. Okay, so I can open it from here. I'm just going to open a new virtual desktop for it. So I'll go new, and then I'm going to go into the Start menu, and then we'll go and find Netflix. Okay, here it is. And I briefly went over before about your start menu, which is another one of the great things, is the start menu can have live tiles on it. You can turn the live tiles on and off, and you can change this to what you like. But what you can do, and I showed you this as well, you can pin to start or pin to taskbar. Uninstall. I'll just pin it to the taskbar. And now let's open it up here. Okay, and there it is. The app is now open. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the Action Center. Now I briefly went over this before, but if we go into here, you click on that, and then you will see any notes or notifications, emails, calendar notes, whatever Windows needs to tell you in this section. Down here, you also have some quick toggles. Okay, so all settings, I've shown you that. You can get quickly into your settings here. This is your Wi-Fi. Note, I showed you that as well. Then we have our brightness. Airplane mode is so that when you turn that on, it turns off all of your wireless radios. Okay, then we have connect. Now, if you have a smart TV or smart device, you can click on this and it will connect to that other device and you can stream things to there. VPN for virtual private networks. This is your location service, so if you're going to share your location, then this will be on and you can just quickly turn it off here. You can turn on quiet hours here. Now, when you turn this on, basically it turns off the notifications. This is all it's doing. And it doesn't appear that the desktop version of this, or the laptop or what have you, has a place where you can actually set them to come on and off like you can on the phone. Okay, now I'm going to go into tablet mode, which is grayed out in a minute here, but the next thing I want to show you is how you can change the settings of the apps here. Now, you'll see here it says collapse. When I click that, it shows 4 different tiles here. Now I can change those by going to settings and then system, and then from here notifications and actions. And then we have, these are the 4 that are there right now. So if I click on any of these, it brings up a menu of the different things that I can put into these 4 different spots here. Okay, so say I want to change tablet mode to note. Okay, so now this will say note and then connect tablet mode and all settings. Okay, so I can just click on these and change them to look the way I want. Okay, so now if we go back in here, you'll see I have note, connect, here's tablet mode, and all settings again, and then I can expand them back the way they were here. Except note is now over here, and tablet mode's now over here. Now, tablet mode gives you a more Windows 8 look. It gives you the tiles up in here. It takes away the taskbar at the bottom. Now, the reason it's blanked out on me, if I go in here, I can't get at it. And if I go into all settings, I can't turn it on in here either. So if it goes here and I go to tablet mode, it's grayed out. And the reason is that I have dual monitors. If you have dual monitors, it won't let you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug one of my monitors just so I can show you how it works here. Okay, so I've unhooked my external monitor now, and we'll go down to the Action Center here, and you'll see that tablet mode is unchecked. So this gives you a more Windows 8-like look. When you click on it, it gets rid of the desktop and gets rid of most of the stuff on your taskbar, and you just basically have a Windows 8 look. Now, down here on the left-hand side, you have your Start button. When you click on it, it doesn't actually do anything now. But when you right-click on it, you can still get to that other menu where you can get all those other programs. And this is where you can get to your program list and so on here. Just click on that, and it populates this out. Now, the neat thing I want to show you, if you have something you want to get at way down the list, you're up at the A's and you want something, say the voice recorder, you click on one of the letters here. So now you just click on the letter of the app that you are looking for, whatever it is, and it'll bring you to that list, and then you can open an app from here. And then when you open your apps, they open in full screen mode, so it'll take over the whole screen because you're supposedly on a tablet, and that's what it does. So the other thing is, when you're on a tablet, it defaults to this view, and when you're on a hybrid device that has a keyboard and it's detachable from the keyboard, it will default to whatever view it needs to, depending on whether you're attached or not. So when it's detached from the keyboard, you see this, and when it's attached to the keyboard, you see the normal interface. Like this. Okay, so we're going to continue with some more features in the next video.